This is the shirt my fathers used to wear. And I'm wearing. My son, my daughter is getting ready to grab it. That's the direction we should be going, not the other way around. So this is one, again, for you to decide which way you want to go. I'm just simplifying things. This civilization will be a victim of environmental disaster because we are not aware of it. We don't want to do it. We say, okay, nothing is happening. I don't see anything. These are just talks. This is not real. It is real. Just because it comes in a slow motion doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Simply you can just bypass, ignore. But it's coming, for sure. The second one, that the imagination of the world that I'm thinking, world of 3 zeros. What are the zeros for? First zero is zero net carbon emission. I don't want any carbon emission in my life. I don't want any carbon emission in the whole universe. So that we protect ourselves. This is a responsibility. Otherwise, we destroy ourselves. We talk about it, we write about it, but we carry on our life as if this doesn't apply to me. It's for somebody else. The second zero that I talk about, zero wealth concentration. You know all the wealth that we make globally? Every day we are creating new wealth. Have you ever asked, where does this wealth go? I know this has got big, he become a billionaire, he got multi-billionaire, he got millionaires, and we know that. But what does it mean to have become billionaires and surplus? Simple thing. Wealth that we create goes only one direction. It doesn't go in all directions. It goes only one direction. It goes to the top. Few people in the world pick up all this wealth to themselves. And we get the big headlines, he's a billionaire, he's a super billionaire, and so on. This is not to be celebrated. This is something to feel sad about, angry about. What kind of economy have we built that wealth goes only in one direction? Wealth doesn't have any other direction. It has only one direction. It goes to the top. Because we created all the institutions around us, banks, policies, and all the things that you hear about in your economics book, all built to let the wealth go in one direction. We tried to do it a little bit differently, to make a little space so that wealth can go downwards. Wealth goes to the top. And not only top, it goes to the top men. You don't hear about multi-billionaires women. You hear about men. So that's the direction wealth goes. So what we tried to do in a tiny way in our own campus, trying to have little wealth go in the direction of the bottom people. That became known as microcredit and all that. But that's a minuscule, little segment, little piece of the huge mountain of wealth, which they will never see. Why? Because system doesn't allow that. System push the wealth only on the top. You're going to stop that because the system is built, and we study, we go back and make it stronger because you are graduate from this university, you know everything. So you make sure it works in a more concrete way, strong way. It continues to do the same thing over and over again. The second zero is in a new civilization that we are trying to create. It should be zero net carbon, zero wealth concentration. Wealth will not go in that system that we developed or we imagine. That's the imagination part comes, where wealth starts coming down to the people. Reverse the whole gear. See, you reverse in a car, you have a gear, it's going to the front. Now you reverse the gear, it goes to the bottom, back, comes to the people. Today, if you go to the entire world, if I'm generous, I can say 10% of the people in the world, 10%, owns 90% of the wealth of the world. 10% owning 90%. And that's not a just system. Tomorrow, it will be 9% owning 95%. That's the direction. And soon, very soon, maybe your generation may be close to your generation, 99% of the wealth will be owned by 1% of people.